Good afternoon, and welcome to the class of 2023 commencement ceremony for the University of Arizona College of Medicine, Phoenix. My name is Dr. Guy Reed, and I serve as Dean of the college. Would you please join me in singing, along with Jenna Del Balso, our national anthem. Welcome, Jenna.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. We are honored to have students, family, friends, and loved ones with us here today. We hold this ceremony in the shadow of the modern city of Phoenix, signifying our commitments to innovation and progress. Yet we all wear ancient regalia that demonstrates that we remain faithful to our traditional values of humanism, honor, compassion, and professionalism. We have a cherished tradition of processing down the streets of Phoenix, which you just saw, led by a bagpipe corps. This symbolizes the journey of our graduates here today to become physicians who serve our community, which has supported their every step. We are blessed today to have tremendous leadership here at the University of Arizona. And I would like to acknowledge our leaders who are joining us here on the stage. Leaders, would you please stand when I call your name? Dr. Robert C. Robbins, President of the University of Arizona. Regent Fred Duvall, Chair-elect and Regent of the Arizona Board of Regents. Dr. Michael Dake, Senior Vice President for the University of Arizona Health Sciences. Dr. Irene Alexandraki, Senior Associate Dean of Academic Affairs. Dr. Stephanie Briney, Associate Dean of Student Affairs. Dr. Katie Bright, Associate Dean of Clinical and Competency-Based Education. Dr. Glenn Fogarty, Associate Dean of Admissions and Student Services. And it is my extraordinary pleasure to welcome our distinguished speaker, Dr. Eric Ryman. We have several other distinguished leaders that are joining us in the audience. Dr. Paul Stanley, Associate Dean of Curricular Affairs and Program Evaluation, Dr. Chris Glembotsky, Associate Dean for Research and Director of the Cardiovascular Translational Research Center. Dr. Ken Knox, Associate Dean of Faculty Affairs. Dr. Cheryl O'Malley, Associate Dean of Graduate Education. And Janet Saboko, Associate Dean, Finance and Administration. I'd also like to acknowledge our distinguished department chairs and other distinguished leaders who are joining us today. Please join me in thanking these leaders. I also want to acknowledge our distinguished faculty members who are responsible for the extraordinary personalized medical education and development of our graduates. Our faculty work closely with a very talented staff who enable the success of our mission of education. To our gifted faculty and staff, we owe a huge debt of gratitude, and we thank you for your incredible work. Graduates, I am confident that this moment in your life would not have been possible without love and support of your family, your friends, who are here to celebrate this incredible day with you. Please join with me in expressing your appreciation for their support over many, many years. So, class of 2023, today as we celebrate this incredible achievement, I'd like you to keep in mind and reflect on three quintessential feelings: joy, gratitude, commitment. First, joy, elation, rapture, a moment of triumph. To get to this day, so many of you overcame family tragedies, financial troubles, illness, discrimination, doubt, so many, many personal, social, and existential challenges. But you beat the odds. You accomplished the improbable, you succeeded, you endured, you have triumphed. And most importantly, you grew professionally, personally, and ethically. And in doing all of that, you have made us proud. We stand before you today sharing this moment of joy at your accomplishments. And as this sense of joy and triumph electrifies your brain, it triggers other neuronal connections, a second feeling: gratitude, thankfulness, appreciation, profound, deep memories of gratitude for all who have helped you, who lifted you up, who carried you forward, who made this moment of triumph possible. Your loved ones who saw your promise from the very beginning, who made sacrifices, personal accommodations, made thousands of little selfless actions to move your dreams forward, to support your achievements. To those who believed in you when others doubted, even when you may have doubted, who tolerated your flaws, who stuck by you through thick and thin, through good times and bad times. Your colleagues, those sitting next to you, who gently admonished you so that you could grow to become even better. Our whole college faculty and staff who committed each day to help you become an exceptional physician. And even more than that, as represented today, the University of Arizona, the Arizona Board of Regents, our City of Phoenix, our Arizona community, all of those who believed in you and supported you through their hard work and their financial generosity. And as a profound sense of gratitude and thankfulness suffuses your brain, I hope it triggers another deep and moving recognition. A third feeling: commitment, dedication, accepting responsibility, taking on the mantle. Today is your ordination. It's your investiture. Today you wear traditional robes that symbolize your entry into an ancient and noble profession, informed by humanism, rooted in science, and dedicated to healing and improving the lives of others. Today you stand before all of us and read aloud for the world to hear your class oath of commitment, your pledge to humanism, to promote health equity and justice for everyone, to pursue lifelong learning, and to become exceptional physicians. You are committing to make the world a better and healthier place for everyone. So in closing, please remember these three quintessential feelings: joy, gratitude, and commitment. Since this is the last time that you all may be together for a while, I'd like to leave with a personal blessing inspired by the biblical book of Numbers and by the songwriter Bob Dylan. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May all your dreams come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you grow to be righteous, dignified, and true. May love ever be with you and inspire all that you do. May you always heal those in need and help those with less than you. And wherever you are called to serve, class of 2023, our College of Medicine will always be here for you. Congratulations. Now I'd like to invite our president, Dr. Robert Robbins, to extend a welcome from the University of Arizona. Dr. Robbins?
Thank you, Dean Reed, and good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations, Wildcats. I am so proud of all of you graduating today. You've reached a true milestone in your lives by earning your degrees, and now we're all excited to see the impact you will have on the world. As I was sitting there listening to Dean Reed, a moment in time caught me. I was sitting where you were 40 years ago. So I am incredibly excited for you and to see what you will accomplish. I'm always impressed with our Wildcats. This has been a very long, difficult year for our entire University of Arizona community, on top of 3 very challenging years of the COVID-19 pandemic. And through it all, it's been a reminder why healthcare professionals are so important. Our graduates from the College of Medicine, Phoenix, have been on the front lines of the pandemic, and I am so proud of what you have done and what you will accomplish. One of the things I like to speak with medical students about is the importance of physicians truly seeing the person they are treating and not just viewing their numbers through a computer screen. What renowned physician and best-selling author Abraham Verghese calls the eye patient. Dr. Verghese reminds us of the significance of the physical exam as a ritual of trust and care, a sign of what our promise to be with our patients, no matter what. I believe these values are even important today. The situation from when Dr. Verghese first wrote about the eye patient has changed dramatically. The pandemic brought virtual treatment to the forefront, and it is more common today to confer with physicians through iPhones and online, and more people are relying on telemedicine. As patients have been isolated, whether from serious illness or for other reasons, it's important that we see their humanity and that we remember that they have people they love and who love them in return. While the physical exam may look different, we can and should still have compassion for our patients. We must still advocate for them, and we must still build trust with them. You're graduating into a challenging moment for our profession and for the world as a whole. But you are prepared, and we are confident you can overcome these challenges. You have the full support of all of us at the University of Arizona. You're entering a profession dedicated to the service of others, which is an incredible calling. I would like to think one of the highest callings for humanity. And I congratulate you on this achievement and what you will go on to do in the future. I know I speak on behalf of all of us at the University of Arizona when I say how proud we are of your determination and the impact you are going to create. Congratulations again to the class of 2023. Bear down.
Thank you, President Robbins. It's now my pleasure to invite the Chair-elect of the Arizona Board of Regents, Fred Duvall, to address our distinguished graduates.
Thank you, Dean, and congratulations on behalf of the state of Arizona and the Board of Regents. Congratulations on this incredibly exciting day, and I'm honored to be here both as a regent and as the son of the founding dean of the college, and what enormous joy I feel to see how far this college has come. I'm not your speaker, but I do want to just use my 2 minutes to say one thing. You are now officially in the business of promoting wellness and curing sickness. But I ask that you bring your skills and your responsibility beyond patience, because in today's culture we face a sickness that is more insidious, it's as contagious as bronchitis, it's as destructive as cancer. And this cultural disease manifests both in the health of your patients and in the health of our democracy. It is hate. And if we're to treat not just the condition of humans, but the human condition, we, including physicians in particular, must heal the wounds caused by loneliness, by alienation, by lack of belonging. So as you treat men, women, and families, I'm asking that you also treat mankind. We know that well-being is an antidote to disease, and that alongside medical treatment, be it surgical, pharmaceutical, or psychological, that preventative treatment is key. You see, hopelessness is as much a predictor of sickness as any toxin or bacteria. And compassion is as powerful an elixir as anything you can order by script. So I'm asking that you bring your skills not just to your bedside banner, but also to your civic engagement and your personal leadership. That you bear witness to the full human condition, because just as the body is made up of healthy connective tissue to ward off destructive contaminants, so too the world. So apply your stethoscope to your own heart and let it lead you to your full capacity as a physician, as a healer, and as a citizen. You've proven here in this wonderful, remarkable place that you can heal our citizens, and now I ask that you help us heal the world. Congratulations on this fantastic achievement.
Thank you, Regent Duvall, for those thoughtful words. It's now my honor to present the Stuart D. Flynn Master Educator Award to recognize an outstanding teacher from our faculty. Dr. Flynn was an excellent teacher who spent countless hours devoted to medical education, as well as service to the underserved in our community. Dr. Flynn was Dean of the College of Medicine during its formative years. The recipient of this award is selected by graduating students as someone who exemplifies dedication, hard work, compassion, and discipline that it takes to be a great educator. This year's award winner is Dr. Marcy Moffett. So as Dr. Moffat makes her way to the stage, it's my opportunity to say nice things about her. Dr. Moffat serves as the director of the doctoring curriculum. She was recruited to the Phoenix VA as a team of faculty who would initially help build the college. Young physicians require irreplaceable in-person training and mentorship that is essential for you all to become astute diagnosticians and healers. The doctoring course led by Dr. Moffat comprises the first 2 years of medical school, teaching communication, physical examination, and critical thinking skills. Under Dr. Moffat's leadership, students develop and practice these skills as an integrated part of the organ system-based curriculum. Clinical faculty around the valley, and I've heard this firsthand, laud our students for their skills and their professionalism when they enter their clerkship year. And I can tell you that graduating students often laud their skills and the training that they have received. Dr. Moffat is an award-winning medical educator, a teaching doctor. She exemplifies the knowledgeable, compassionate physician leader that we train medical students to become. On behalf of the college, congratulations and thank you, Dr. Moffat. I'd now like to introduce our student speaker, who was selected by his peers in the class of 2023 to provide the student commencement address. Please help me welcome Abel DeCastro as he shares the student address.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome again to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2023. To begin, I wanted to take the opportunity to say thank you. A lot of thank yous. Thank you to our faculty mentors, rotation directors, countless attendings and residents, block directors, learning specialists, career advisors, standardized patients, and donors. It's not always easy working with medical students, and we appreciate your patience and willingness to pour into us during the past 4 years, especially Kelly Lynch and Dr. Kaib. Special shout out again to Dr. Moffat, Dr. Sitar of Pathoma, Dr. Ryan of Boards and Beyond, and all of the contributors to the On King Deck, Sketchy, First Aid, Amboss, and Up to Date. Without you all, we'd just be a group of anxious 20 to 30-something-year-olds with an abundance of weird hobbies and caffeine addiction. Instead, now we get to be all that with the letters MD added in our signatures. Thank you to all of you who helped us get here. To the spouses and partners who needed to hold down the fort and provide for us until we got home. To the parents and loved ones whose visits and meals would rejuvenate us. To the kids, both fluffy or otherwise, who were okay with mom or dad working a really long shift and coming home late. Thank you. I'm sure we've heard the saying, it takes a village. And I wanted to take the opportunity to thank those of you with us, those watching online, those we said goodbye to, and those who were added to our family since we started. Thank you for sacrificing more than we realized so that we can live our dreams. Thank you for being the shoulders to cry on, the hands to hold, the ears to listen, and the voices that kept telling us that we could do it. You are why we're here, and you are what keeps us going. Thank you to all of our patients, those we learned from in the clinic and on the hospital floor, those who shared with us their moments of joy, vulnerability, and sorrow, those we lost, and those whose impact helped shape us into the types of doctors we always wanted to be. Thank you that when you were asked, "Is it okay if the medical student sees you?" You said yes. You said yes, took a chance on a student who didn't know what they were doing, and created a space for us to learn, to grow, to hone our craft, and to many times over, to mess up. I especially want to thank my classmates. First of all, thank you for such a grand lapse of judgment that you nominated someone like me to be your class speaker. But more importantly, thank you for being there, for me and for each other. When I got the call from Dr. Fogarty, as we all did, that we were accepted into medical school, I got so excited, not just for the opportunity to become a doctor, but also for the opportunity to meet all the new friends that I was going to have. I chose this school for the community and its culture, and I'm graduating today knowing that you all proved me right. My hope is that as we leave today, we wouldn't lose sight of what this community means to us. We were there for each other through the spacebar smashing and the coffee binging. We reminded each other that it was okay to take that nap or order that 10-piece chicken nuggets meal after a long day of rounding. We rooted for each other's successes, and we commiserated with each other's hardships. We don't know what we each carry as individuals on a daily basis, and surely residency will have us carrying more than we thought possible. But let's continue to redefine the field of medicine as one that fosters cooperation and watching out for each other. And as we step into the next phase of our careers, I wanted the last chance to say this: don't forget the why. Don't forget that childlike excitement that we all had when we were accepted into medical school. Don't forget that when we recited our class oath for the first time, we said it proudly as an exclamation to our families and to our future patients that we were doing this for them. Don't forget that in a world that is constantly dividing us, our profession is one that is rooted in compassion, humanism, and love. Early in med school, Dr. Nigaman called us the most inquisitive class. I know we took it as a softer way to call us the spiciest class or the most annoying class, but I instead wanted to view it as this: the class that doesn't settle for the status quo. You are all fiery, steadfast, and passionate in fighting for your beliefs. You call out shortcomings where you see them, and you aren't afraid of standing alone in the efforts to make the world a better place for the next generation. And I stand here today, having been one of your class reps for the past 4 years, shout out to Sammy, knowing that we played a part in making the University of Arizona College of Medicine Phoenix better than when we started. And as we step into residency, please don't lose this. There are gaps in our healthcare. There are shortcomings that we've identified, and yet, perhaps most importantly, there's a seat for each of us at the table. I know that we can make a difference. I know it'll be tough, but what's stopping us? Why can't it be us? I am so proud of you all, and I am so honored to be a member of your class. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Let's freaking go.
Okay. Well, thank you, soon to be Dr. DeCastro. You captured the essence of the class and shared a glimpse of it with us. You did run off the stage a little fast, and it is my honor to present a plaque to you and to commemorate your speech today.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Am I good?
There you go.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Okay. It's an extraordinary honor for me to introduce our 2023 commencement speaker, Dr. Eric Ryman. Dr. Ryman is a professor of psychiatry at the University of Arizona, but A man as talented as this serves many roles, including Executive Director of the Banner Alzheimer's Institute, CEO of Banner Research, and the new Chair of the Flynn Foundation Board of Directors. Dr. Ryman directs the Alzheimer's Institute's translational research programs, which are leading research collaborations that are designed to develop new therapeutics in the early detection and prevention of Alzheimer's disease. He is a leader in advancing disease research, clinical trials, clinical care, and his goal is to use blood-based biomarkers and genomic research to create early detection of individuals who are at risk for developing this terrible disease and use that to accelerate the introduction of preventive therapies. This is life-changing work, and it will impact patients on a local, national, and global levels. Dr. Ryman is a psychiatrist and a brain imager by background. He's worked across academic, industrial, international sectors to build relationships that are important for progressing in this field. By virtue of his significant scientific, medical, organizational contributions, Dr. Ryman brings a unique perspective for you young physicians, indeed for all of us, especially though for you as you think about embarking on your careers. So please welcome Dr. Ryman.
Thank you, Dean Reed. It's really a privilege to speak to our medical school graduates on this special occasion. On behalf of all of my colleagues, I want to congratulate you and express our pride and joy in all that you, your families, and your other supporters have done to reach this wonderful milestone. I also want to thank Dean Reed, our medical school faculty, and all of our colleagues and students for making the University of Arizona College of Medicine Phoenix such a great place to receive an education, and for cultivating the sense of family that makes this particular school special. When the dean asked me to give this year's commencement address, I was deeply honored, but also a little confused. I gently informed him that I had given the commencement address back in 2014 and wasn't sure that anyone would want to hear from me again. He smiled, he checked again with several of his colleagues, and he assured me I'd be just fine. He encouraged me to share a physician-scientist perspective on things you might value regardless of your chosen career paths, and to reiterate and expand those things that have turned out to be even more relevant to you and me today. I considered a few things that have happened in our profession and in my own life in the ensuing years, and I asked several colleagues and students about this year's graduating class and was moved to learn about some of the thoughtful ways you handled some extraordinary challenges, as articulated so eloquently by Abel a moment ago. With these considerations in mind, I decided to focus on 3 points and explain why they are especially relevant to us today. Point 1, contrary to what some people may think, you are entering our profession at the most exciting and important time in the history of healthcare, and you'll have unprecedented opportunities to make a difference. Point 2, many of you have a clear idea about the path your career will take and exciting plans to get started. That's great, and it's exactly the approach I would take myself. But unexpected things are bound to happen in your professional and personal lives, and some of those things are likely to influence what you end up doing in your career. Be focused as you pursue your plans at any given time, but flexible in your response to the challenges and opportunities that come your way, just like you've been in the last 4 years. Based on my own experience, I'm betting that you'll end up having an impact far greater than anything you predict today. Point 3, careers may change, but your overarching values should not. Never forget about our patients and families and the things you can do, big or small, to help them. Work closely with others so you can accomplish things together that none of you could do on your own, and do everything you can to appreciate, value, and spend time with your loved ones along the way. 9 years ago, I cautioned our newest physicians that some of their older colleagues might ask them why on earth they chose to become a doctor at such an unsettling moment in the history of healthcare. Physicians had begun to lament losses in their autonomy, seemingly endless insurance company battles and regulatory requirements, and the emergence of electronic medical record systems that seem to place a greater emphasis on reimbursement than clinical care and further reduce their time with patients. Today, your class is far more likely to be asked the very same question. The concerns have grown. Electronic health record systems have not yet fulfilled their promise to inform and improve patient care in efficient, user-friendly ways. The pandemic has taken an extraordinary toll on our physicians, nurses, and other health workers. And for these and other reasons, it has caused too many of our colleagues to experience burnout and even leave the field. Yes, these concerns are real and they must be addressed. And yes, a growing number of physicians have begun to question the difference they can make. I have a different view, and I remain convinced that there's no better time for you to become a doctor. While it won't be easy, you and your colleagues will have unprecedented opportunities to address these problems, capitalize on sometimes breathtaking technical and medical advances, improve the ability to diagnose, treat, and prevent medical disorders, hopefully fix our dysfunctional healthcare financing system, and transform the way we deliver our care. You will have the chance to better address the medical and non-medical needs of your patients and families, and capitalize on emerging artificial intelligence solutions to finally fix and hopefully fulfill the promise of those darned electronic health record systems, such that they inform your medical decisions and give you more time to spend with your patients. Along the way, you will see opportunities to address challenges associated with a rapidly aging population and address health needs in a more widely available, equitable, and affordable way, including to underserved patients, underprivileged communities, and developing countries. Whatever role you choose to play, you will have a chance to become an indispensable member of a multidisciplinary team, making a meaningful difference in people's lives and doing so in ways that you yourselves will treasure. There has been no better time to do just that. Based on the twists and turns I've experienced in my own career, I predict that you will be influenced by new opportunities and challenges that come your way and end up having that greater impact that I mentioned before, greater than you may have dreamed possible. When I applied to medical school, I was open to every specialty except one, psychiatry. And I became a psychiatrist. Twice as a psychiatry resident at Duke and a brain imaging researcher at Washington University in St. Louis, my work was going so well that I planned to pursue an academic career at the very place I was working. On both occasions, life circumstances intervened and family considerations came first. I gave up career paths that would have allowed me to fulfill some ambitious personal goals, moved to a new part of the country, charted a different course based on the available opportunities at hand, and sought new ways to make a difference. While those decisions were stressful at the time, I learned that doing the right thing for the people one cares about would end up being just the right thing for me. When I moved to Arizona and established a brain imaging research imaging program at what is now Banner Health, I was asked if brain imaging might have a major impact in the fight against Alzheimer's disease, and I confidently replied, no. After I joined the Alzheimer's Association as a way to give back to the community in ways unrelated to my work, I was struck by the terrible toll that Alzheimer's take on entire families and reconsidered the question. My colleagues and I used brain imaging techniques to demonstrate the ability to detect and track the progression of Alzheimer's disease starting decades before the onset of symptoms, and we charted a course to find effective prevention therapies more quickly than otherwise possible. I became an Alzheimer's researcher. I found wonderful colleagues, and together we found ways to address a wide range of important scientific goals. When we proposed to create Banner Alzheimer's Institute, we did so with research as our primary theme and prevention as our primary goal. But I was asked, what could we do to address a woefully inadequate standard of care for patients and families? So our goals changed. I love the idea, and we established a comprehensive model of care that better addresses those medical and non-medical needs, and have made that marriage between research and care, help and hope, our overriding priority. Strangely, these and other career twists and turns have given me opportunities to make a difference that I would not have predicted when I was sitting where you are today, and which have exceeded my fondest dreams. It's been a joy to ask new questions, find new ways to address them, and discover new things. It's been a privilege to make fundamental contributions to the study of the human mind and brain, and the scientific and clinical fight against a terrible disease. And it has been an honor to do it all with my friends. While there's no guarantee, we now have a very good chance to find and support the availability of the first effective Alzheimer's prevention therapies within the next 3 years. We will introduce and support the use of Alzheimer's blood tests, which will transform research and care before then. And we will continue to try to transform care for patients and families who are affected by or at risk for cognitive impairment in the ways they deserve. What could be better than that? One might ask how my colleagues and I made any progress whatsoever when I was so consistently wrong about my career path. I suppose that it was an inherent belief that I would find ways to make a difference, an unwavering commitment to collaborate with colleagues from different disciplines and institutions to achieve our shared goals together, and a steadfast determination to do just that. Many of you have 4 decades to go in your brand new careers, and I can only imagine the opportunities that you will find to make a difference. While you now know more about my professional journey, you will have the chance to chart your own path in the years to come. One of the things to cherish about your new profession is the unlimited and constantly growing range of opportunities you will have to make a difference. You may make that difference in the specialty of your choice. You may devote much of your time to clinical care, helping countless patients, or to medical education, sharing your expertise, experience, and values with generations of students, trainees, and colleagues. You may become a researcher, making new scientific discoveries and important medical advances. A healthcare leader who shapes the way health care is delivered, research is conducted, and healthcare policies are improved. Or even a university president like Dr. Robbins. And you may find other ways to give back to your community along the way. From what I learned, if there is any medical school class that stands out for its determination, its focus on fulfilling its stated objectives, and its flexibility to respond to the challenges and opportunities that come their way, it's yours. You began your medical school career just before the pandemic's onset and completed it just after this episode, at least, was officially over. You were determined to find ways to make the most of things and found thoughtful ways to do so in response to an historically challenging situation. You found new ways to get your work done, remain connected with your colleagues in an unprecedented era of social distancing, and found novel and important ways to help underserved patients in critical need. You also experienced the tragic loss of one of your own, a gentle soul and valued classmate, and you found thoughtful ways to honor and preserve his memory, for which I am personally grateful. As I already indicated, career paths may change, but your overarching values should not. Regardless of the paths you take, never forget about our patients and families and all the things you can do to provide the help and hope they deserve. Recognize that the work we do is now a team sport. Work closely with others and capitalize on your complementary background, skills, and roles to have the greatest impact. And I beseech you, do everything you can to appreciate, value, and spend time with the people you love along the way. Let me conclude by personalizing some remarks from the movie Jerry Maguire, as I did 9 years ago. I realize I've failed as much as I've succeeded in my career, but I love my life, wife, and kids. I cherish my friends, colleagues, and students. And I think about our heroic research participants, patients, and families every day. I love the work I get to do and the endless opportunities to make a difference. I wish you my kind of success. Welcome to our profession.
So, Dr. Ryman, in appreciation of these thoughtful and inspiring words, I'd like to present this plaque today. Congratulations. Come take a picture, I think. Now I'd like to welcome our Associate Dean of Student Affairs, Dr. Stephanie Briney, to introduce the class of 2023 and begin the hooding ceremony. Welcome.
Thank you, Dean Reed. I'm honored to be here to participate in awarding these graduates with the designation of Doctor of Medicine. We're excited to recognize the class of 2023. My distinguished colleagues, Dr. Irene Alexandraki, Dr. Katie Bright-Hillis, and Dr. Glenn Fogarty will do the honors of hooding the graduates. As a reminder, the ceremony will be recorded in its entirety and it will be made available on the college's YouTube channel. All right, we're ready. Majd Bassam Abuna. Alexis Christine Bailey. Spencer Newton Bayless. Brittany Begay. Nicole Josette Boardman Mitchum. Catherine Danielle Bracamontes. Matthew Alfred Campanella. Abigail Mary Cantwell. Tyler Carlson. Abby Marie Kalarafi. Brianna Corkill. Austin Richard Cotter. Alexandria Daggett. Sabrina DeHack. Abel Malagit de Castro. Sorka Tamura Dior. Janki Desai. Alexandra Dominiani. Maggie Rose Donovan. Tony Duong. Naeem Spencer Duran. Brennan Enright. Dara Sam Farhadi. Laurel Gisecki. Shivraj Graywal. Soham Gupta. Fatima Hasifa. Arjun Johal. Jason Raymond Jorgensen. Jubran. Taft Keel. Neil Kelkar. Rabia Khan. Kylie Michelle Killian. Karishma Krutiatul Kothari. Christopher David Lobby. Joy Elizabeth Lee. Elizabeth Mangone. Alina Martinez. Patrick Curtis Mayolo. Alden Miller. Brittany Ashlyn Miller. Colby Spencer Nielsen. Nia Nikamanish. Serena Ruth Nuar. Mackenzie Kass Oleksek. Michael Thomas Olson. Caitlin Park. Rebecca Paxton. Leanne Quabain. Lorna Ruth Rappich. Nisha Saleha Raymond. Isaiah Angel Romo. Mariana Silvestrini Montenegro Ross. Tina Sam Shariat. Amanda Lucia Schaff. John Michael Sherman. Tamara Slim. Abigail Rocio Solorio. Anne Stodinger Knoll. Dallin Harold Stevens. Amaris Tapia. Aaron Tran. Janelle Marie Tully. Austin Van Haren. Samita Vadula. Neeraj Vij Jr. Jeffrey Osborne Wellard. Chris Yang. Deborah Suan Yang. Sarah Feng Yi. Alan Michael Yu. Dean Alexandraki, would you do the honor of presenting the class of 2023 for conferral of degrees?
Thank Thank you, Dr. Briney. Good afternoon. The Doctor of Medicine degree stands apart for the trust that society places in its recipients. These candidates today accept the responsibilities to always put their patients' best interest before their own, to serve and contribute to their profession, and to advance care through discovery for the betterment of humankind. I'm truly honored to be here today, and on behalf of the Academic Affairs team, to present to you, Dean Reed and President Robbins, these candidates for the Doctor of Medicine from the University of Arizona College of Medicine, Phoenix. Thank you.
Doctor of Medicine candidates, please rise for conferral of your degrees. President Robbins, it is my distinct privilege to present to you the candidates who have satisfied the degrees and requirements of the University of Arizona College of Medicine, Phoenix, for the degree of Doctor of Medicine. Dr. Robbins.
By the authority vested in me by the Arizona Board of Regents and acting on the recommendations of the faculty, I confer upon each of you the Doctor of Medicine degree with all of the attendant rights and responsibilities. Please accept my warmest congratulations. Well done.
Please be seated, everyone. Since the inaugural oath of our first class of 2011, the students from each class have composed their own oath as they begin medical school to signify their commitment to the journey ahead. Consistent with this commitment they made 4 years ago, we will ask the class to restate their oath. To lead our new physicians in their oath, I would like to invite to the stage Dr. Abel De Castro and Dr. Samida Vudula. Please come to the stage.
Doctor.
All right. Graduates, please rise.
All right, on three.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
We, the class of 2023, united in the pursuit of medicine, commit ourselves to uphold the following covenant. To my patients, I promise to care for and respect you as a whole, to know your story beyond a diagnosis, to respect your dignity and autonomy, and to serve you
as you are. To you and your loved ones, I promise to provide care with an open heart and mind, to recognize our shared humanity, and to earn your trust and respect. For you are invaluable teachers. To my loved ones,
I am grateful for your sacrifices and unconditional support. I vow to honor your contribution to my growth. Your influence gives me the strength, abilities, and character for this calling. To my colleagues, I promise to provide support during times of achievement and failure. I will foster inclusivity and promote a culture of collaboration so we may become the next generation of physician leaders together. To my community, I promise to promote health equity as a servant leader and advocate for the unheard. I will value the diversity of my community, understanding that the health of the community is intertwined with that of the individual. I promise to uphold the legacy of those who have imparted wisdom on me and uplift those who come after. I vow to remain curious and act with integrity, humility, and compassion. I recognize the privilege of my position and pledge to own my mistakes. Lastly, I acknowledge that to care for others, I must care for myself. We, the class of 2023, promise to counsel in times of confusion, provide comfort in times of despair, and devote the best of ourselves to the betterment of others.
To everyone in our audience, to our distinguished guests on the podium, I want to thank you for joining us today. This has been a wonderful and memorable occasion. The last piece of our commencement tradition, we will be led in the University of Arizona alma mater by Jenna Del Balso. Please come to the stage, Jenna.
Okay, I'm going to ask for everybody's help with this one. I don't know if I'm supposed to just start it or if there's... Sorry. There it is. So anybody who knows it, you can sing along.
Special thanks again, Jenna. We are very appreciative of the students, faculty, staff, and partners who orchestrated this celebration. Special thanks to the organizing committee, Kate Chartrand, Admissions and Student Services, Student Affairs, Marketing and Communication, and all of our volunteers for their leadership and participation today. We ask that you remain in your seats, members of the audience, until the platform party and the graduates have recessed. You will be able to meet your new doctors in the lobby. Please note that we will have a professional photo ready to capture the wonderful memories of today. The photographers will be in the lobby to do that. Again, heartfelt congratulations to our new physicians, the class of 2023.